right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, in truth and in sincerity, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, Brakatam to you all. With brothers from Great Millstone, Miami, Brother Lawyer with me, Brother
Jeremiah.
And the topic of this lesson, all right, will be, as you see, in the title, Let Brotherly Love Continue, man. Okay, and that's a commandment. It's a beautiful commandment that we received of the Lord, all right, and that we should strive to uphold and fulfill through Spirit Prophet Yahweh as much as possible, man. Okay, because the Lord calls us, of course, to be prophets, okay, to be teachers, to be leaders. Okay, but the Lord wants us to be brotherly. Okay, the Lord wants us to actually have a sincere and tender love for one another. Okay, that's part of the doctrine. That's in the law. Okay, we're supposed to be kings and priests, right? Okay, part of being a priest is keeping the law and teaching it. Okay, so that's going to be the theme of this lesson, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Okay, so to begin, we're going to start here with the scripture that inspired this title. Okay, through the Spirit, probably by Shai, and it's the Spirit, because in the Brother Bible, it's 1440. The page that it's on, and the next page is 1441.
Right.
Call the alarm light on my
Call
shoulder.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue, man. Okay, let it continue. Don't stop being a brother, man, no matter what. Okay, continue to be brotherly, continue to love the Akim. Okay, continue to strive to keep the unity of the faith and the bond of peace. All right, that's the love of the Lord, and that's a commandment, man.
That's right.
Okay, the Lord showed us brotherly love by bearing our iniquities on the cross. All right, dying for our sins. Right. Okay, laying down his life for his friends. Okay, and that was the greatest love, as Yahweh said it was, so we got to do the same. Okay, this is Psalm chapter 133 and 1. It says, "Behold, how goodly and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." Okay, so behold how good and how pleasant it is. Okay, for brethren to dwell together in unity, man. All right, that's a beautiful and that's a goodly and pleasant thing in the sight of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, the love of brethren, man. Okay, to love your neighbor. All right. Verse 2, it says, "It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garment, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forevermore," man. Okay, so that's what's going to lead us to everlasting life, man. Okay, the Lord likens this brotherhood, this unity of the brethren, okay, as a blessing from Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, as an honorable and lovely thing, man. Okay, and it's by being in the midst of the brethren, by doing this, okay, by fellowshipping, breaking bread, doing the videos, going to camp, okay, teaching with the Akim, breaking bread, okay, kicking it, all right. That's gonna lead to life forevermore. That's where the Lord is gonna bless you at, man. Spirit, you're gonna have spiritual blessings, all right, getting around the Akim, man. Okay.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Right, okay, so the brethren are those that do the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay, just to clarify that. All right, the brothers that you have around you, okay, at camp, okay, and who are sincere, man, all right, doing the work of the Heavenly Father, those are the true household of the Lord, man. Okay, those that do the will of the Heavenly Father. All right, that's right. Let me get that. Mark chapter 12. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. There you go. If you got any comments, any precepts, you bring them out.
Okay. Pretty much, like you gotta treat your brother as if you treat your house shot on earth. Treat him as such.
You know where that precept at? When Yahweh said, that which you have done unto the least of these my brethren, you have done unto me. Let's see the phone. Let's see if I can find it. That's a Yapa point you made.
I think it's in.
Right, Matthew 25, and
That's it.
Verse, you can start at verse 31.
31.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations. He shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
That's right. Okay, so the way you treat a brother is essentially how you treat Yahweh Shai. Okay, and you gotta treat a brother as if you treat Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, when you do good to a brother, man, you gotta do it as though you're doing it to Yahweh Shai, man, and that's gonna be great reward, man. That's gonna lead to eternal life. Okay, but the others gonna be cursed, man. Those that don't treat brothers well, okay, that don't love the Akim, okay, that don't visit Akim, when they're in their lowest state. Which of course, these things are done spiritually, okay, but also even physically, okay. All right, they have physical. There's actually physically, doing good to a brother. If a brother's down, you help him. You help him. Okay, if he's sick physically or spiritually, you give him the scriptures. All right, or you help nurse him back to health. Those things are beneficial, man. Okay, those things are well pleasing in the sight of the Heavenly Father. All right, and if you don't do those things, the Lord is going to judge you.
If I may say, like, if you have like the world's goods,
Yeah.
if you have the world's goods in your possession, if you have food in your refrigerator, and your brother hungry, feed him. If you got water in your refrigerator and he's thirsty, give him something to drink. If you got a car and he don't, and he needs a ride, give him a ride. If you have extra clothes to spare, to give it to him, give it to your brother, man. That's what Yahweh Shai taught, was what? Brotherhood, man.
That's right. The brother on the comment board, GMS Watchman of Yahweh Shai, Shalom. He said he brought out Matthews 18 and 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Yahweh Shai said unto him, I say unto thee, until 7 times. But I say not unto thee, Salaki, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Okay, so part of being a brother is forgiving a brother, okay, of his fault, right? Not holding grudges. Okay, let petty shit go, man. If it's not, going against the doctrine, if ain't no outlandish adultery, all kind of crazy shit, that of course, brother not supposed to be doing. Okay, you let it go and you forgive the brother. All right, as Yahushua forgave us, and he continued to forgive us, man. The Lord suffers us all the time in our mistakes, man. That's right. Okay. This is Mark chapter 12. The water for the precept, brothers. The water. That's the pop precept. This is Mark chapter 12, verse 28. And one of the scribes came and having heard them, reasoning together and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him which is the first commandment of all. And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is here. O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second commandment is like, namely, this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Okay? Wow. And it says, and the scribe said unto him, well, master, hast thou said, thou hast said the truth, for there is one God, and there is none other but he. And to love him with all thy heart, and with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself is more than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. And when Yahushua saw that he answered discreetly, he said unto him, thou art not far from the kingdom of Most High. And no man after that durst ask him any questions. Okay, so dang, that says a lot. Okay, okay, the greatest commandments are is to love the Most High. Okay, with all thy mind, all thy soul, all thy strength, all thy heart, with all your understanding. And the second is like unto it, love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, and that neighbor is going to your fellow Israelite. Okay, your fellow Israelite brother. Okay, all right, and that's how you show the love of the Heavenly Father, is by loving your neighbor, man. You can't say that you love the Most High, but you hate your brother. I mean, you don't really love the Most High. Matter of fact, I think the brother done dropped the precept.
Psalms 133.
I think the brother dropped the precept that I was quoting. Oh no, yeah, okay, Khan. Nah, that was Psalm 33. I thought he was I posted up that First John. Okay, he that saith that I love my brother. You want it? You can get it if you can. He that saith that he loved his brother and doesn't, or he that saith he loved the Most High and hate his brother is a liar. All right. Khan. Yeah, we brought out that precept earlier, brother. That's a beautiful precept. The water for that one too. You got it?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's in 1 John chapter 2, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
He that saith he's in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now. You wanted that one?
He that said that he loved the Most High. And he that said that he loved the Most High but hated his brother. It's a lot here. I know it's in 1 John. You remember where it's at?
I'll try to find it for you.
The water. But yeah, going back to that mark, man, those are the two greatest commandments, man. It's to love the Most High and to love your neighbor, man. You can't say that you love the Most High and you don't love your brother. Okay, and Yahushua told him, man, that answered the way he did. He said, thou art not far from the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, so just based off of doing those two things, man, that'll get you close. That'll get you to being saved, man. Okay, just doing those two basic commandments, man. Because once you focus on those two basic commandments, the other ones become second nature. Okay,
Got it.
go ahead, bro.
1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen? Yeah, you can't say you love the Most High and you hate your brother, your fellow yoke laborer, that's pushing the same doctrine as you, man. You a liar, and the truth is not in you. You walking in the spirit of Cain.
That's right. God. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, so you can't do one without the other. If you love the Most High, you don't love the brothers.
Right.
If you love the brethren, then that means that you love the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get that Proverbs 17. That's right, man. Go ahead.
Proverbs 17, verse 17. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. You know, so hey, you catching hell and whatnot, you're gonna have a brother there to help pick you up, you know. You know, even though he catching hell too, but hey, two is better than one. You know?
Yeah, 3/4 cord is not quickly broken.
Come on. You know, hey, y'all catching hell together, but at the same time, you glorifying Yahweh Shema Shai, and Yahweh Shema Shai sustaining you and keeping you, comforting you. You know, you got a brother to pick you up. You know, when you're going through rough times, a brother calling you, checking up on you, exhorting you, admonishing you.
That's right. Let's get that. That's another good precept, man. It's another Yapa precept.
1 John.
It's in 1 John. It talks about shutting the bowels of compassion.
I think I got it right.
Yeah, there it is.
1 John chapter 3, we can start from verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Hereby perceive we the love of the Most High, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of the Most High in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. All right, so it says in verse 17, but whoso hath this world's good, man, once again, if you have, you
have money, you might have some clothes, you might have some food, a brother hungry, so on and so forth, and another brother is in need,
right.
All right, which the scriptures go into adversity, we just read that, all right, and you ain't helping a brother. How dwell the love of the Most High in you, man? Because the Most High saw that we had need. Okay, how much I saw that we had need, and so he gave it to us freely. Okay, of what the Father gave to him. So in that same example, we're supposed to be walking. Okay, and that's why it says, verse 18, it says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth." Okay, so you can't just be saying, we love the brothers, brother, I love you, shalom, no, you actually have to act. You have to actually play a part. Okay, you have to be a doer of the word. Okay, and verse 20 says, "For if our verse 19, Salaki, it says, and hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before Him." Okay, so that being a good brother is going to give you confidence in this thing, man.
That's right.
All right, if you that gives you confidence that the Lord is dealing with you.
That's right.
Okay, and that the Most High, you have a good shot of being saved, man. Okay, because you walking in the spirit of your house shot. Okay, so yeah, that's your problem.
Say,
go ahead, bro.
You're doing it unto your house shot.
Exactly.
You're supposed to see your house shot in your brother, man.
This is where is that at? I want to get that occasion of stumbling.
Oh, that's
that's the second chapter.
Yep, got you right here. All right, first, let me get it.
Yeah.
1 John chapter 2, we can start with verse 9. He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
Right. Okay. So if you abide in brotherly love, okay, and if you really walking in that spirit, then you pretty much gonna be on point,
Right.
all the time. Okay, and that's gonna be setting an example for other brothers. Okay, because obviously you ain't gonna see a brother slipping and not say anything. Okay, not approach him, not admonish him, exhortation, and so on and so forth. Shalom Wakim, Yabashim, Shabashim, Kabadash.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom Zakaria, Shalom Nahalian. So that's the common word. Shalom Mak. Yeah, thumb. You know. So of course, if you see a brother slipping, you gonna go and approach him. But of course, you want to be a good example for Akim as best as you can. Okay, so you don't lay a stumbling block in the way of the brothers, man. And that goes into Proverbs 27:17. It says, "Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend." Okay, so you want to be on point, so you can make sure so that your brothers can be on point.
Right.
Okay, make sure brothers are on point around you, man. Why? Because you love them. All right, that's brotherly love. I got something in Ecclesiastes too as well. Ecclesiastes 4 and not Salaki, that's not it.
You want to get two are better than one?
Yeah.
Verse 9.
Okay. Yeah. Con. The water, brother. The water, y'all about that's the scripture that we just read. Sharpening the countenance of his friend. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. But if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Okay, so being with brothers, that's a mighty thing, man. That's how you get stronger, man. Okay, you got a brother to help you out. You got a brother to strengthen you. Okay, against these demons out here, man. Okay, being around brothers helps shake Satan off you. Okay,
Yeah.
bottom line.
That's it.
Straight up, Yeah, man. And the water got Bashim Al Shai for the Akim. That scripture is plain, man.
And plus, if I may say, Yahweh's in the midst.
Con.
If two or three are gathered in my name,
That's it.
So it's not good to be a lone wolf, man.
Nah.
We need help. We need brothers, man.
Yeah, you need brothers in this truth, man. There's no getting around that. You need brothers in this truth. You need them. It's not an option. Okay, it's not. I come around the brothers. When I feel good and comfortable.
Right.
Nah. All right, it's not an option, man. And people who like moving in that spirit, okay, they usually don't last too long. Okay, eventually they get right out of here. Okay, so you need to be around Akim, man. You need to be around your brothers. You need to be checking up on brothers. Okay, you need to be breaking bread. You need to be fellowshipping. All the things that encompass what the scriptures tell us to do. Okay.
Paul's a great example.
You got something, bro?
I'm gonna get the book of Philippians actually. This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 3. I thank my power upon every remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, for you all making requests with joy. So it's good to pray for your brother, man. It's good to think about your brother, long for your brother, And it says what? Verse 5, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahushua Mashiach. All right, jump down to verse 8. Matter of fact, I read verse 7. Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds and in the defense of Salakia, and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace. For the Most High is my record, how greatly I so lucky. It says, even as, verse 7, even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace.
God, man. So Paul showed love to the Akim. Why? Okay, because they were showing love to him. All right, they were showing hella love to him while he was while he was in prison. Okay, in the defense of the gospel, they was his ride or die, man. Okay, so of course he felt as though it was meet for him to think that of them. Okay, to long for them in Yahushua HaMashiach, to pray for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why? Because they was with him. All right, they was riding with him in the gospel, man. All right, for the truth, for Yahushua sake. Okay,
Verse 8, last verse.
go ahead, bro.
For the Most High is my record, how greatly I long after you all in the bowels of Yahushua Mashiach. So it's good to actually want to see your brother, man. We can't wait to see brothers on fellowship days and camp days and every day.
God, yeah, that's right, man. You're supposed to long to see your brothers, man. You're supposed to want to actually be around brothers. Okay, want to break bread with brothers, want to talk to brothers. Okay, comfort brothers, edify brothers, pray for brothers, man. All right, that's supposed to actually be a true desire of yours, man. It's actually supposed to be a tender love that you have for the Akim, man. And if that's not where it's at, you need to pray. Just to be real, man, because that's part of the ministry. That's part of the gospel, man. That's in the scriptures, man. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 2. It says, "Grace be unto you and peace from the Most High our Father and from the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Blessed be the Most High, even the Father of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, the Father of mercies, and the God of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulations, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of the Most High." Okay, so that's another form of brotherly love, man. All right, comforting brothers, man. Okay, all right, showing that brotherly love and comforting brothers, man. When they catching hell, man, you can't see a brother catching hell. All right, you ain't got no uplifting words, man. Right. For them, man. You ain't trying to check up on your brother, man. That ain't right, man. That's not right. Okay, that's not being considerate. That's not showing love, man. Okay, because the reason why we go through tribulations, all right, is so that the Most High's spirit and power can rest upon us. Okay, the Most High can comfort us and deliver us out of the tribulations. Okay, the scriptures say the things written aforetime written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort from the scriptures might have hope. All right, so we're going through tribulations and distresses and so on and so forth. Okay, the Most High is given us this comforter so that we can be comforted.
Right.
Okay, and so that in our tribulations, when we're comforted, we can comfort other brothers, man. Okay, so that's a mentality that's supposed to have when you see brothers going through hell and enduring Babylon, man, which we all catching all kinds of fucking hell, man. Okay, he's supposed to be speaking life to brothers, man. Okay, and comforting brothers, man, checking up on brothers, praying for them, providing for whatever things that they may lack. Okay, within your power.
That's right. I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 13. We can start from verse 12. "Furthermore, when I came to Troas to preach Hamashiach's gospel, and a door was opened unto me of the Lord, I had no rest in my spirit, because I found not Titus my brother. But taking my leave of them, I went from thence into Macedonia." So Paul found no rest because he didn't see Titus. Paul wanted to see Titus, man. His fellow yoke laborer, man.
God. So we're supposed to long after brothers, man, to go do the work with them. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. Fellowship of the Spirit, man. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, if there be therefore any consolation in Hamashiach, which consolation means encouragement,
Mm-hmm.
comfort, okay, um, exhortation, okay. So if there be any consolation, exhortation, comfort, um, encouragement in Yahushai, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy that ye may be like-minded, having the same love and being of one accord and of one mind, man. So if there's in any way that you and the Spirit of Yahushai can take the opportunity to show love to the Akim,
Mm-hmm.
all right, to encourage Akim, all right, to fellowship in the Spirit with Akim, to show mercy, okay, then do it.
Right.
Right? Fulfill ye my joy that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord and of one mind. Okay? So we supposed to be in unity in this thing, man. We're supposed to be in unison as a brotherhood, man. All right, filtering everything through the scriptures, man. If we believe in this thing, okay, we believe in this Bible, man, the whole volume of the book, man, we're supposed to have peace and unity amongst each other. Okay, despite all the differences in personality or background, whatever the hell. All right, petty shit, you know. Verse 3, it says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem the other better than themselves, looking not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Okay, so as much as you care about yourself, all right, you're supposed to care about the Akim.
Mm-hmm.
All right, love thy neighbor as thou love for thyself. All right, so there.
Yeah.
Con.
Beautiful, brother.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 6. Matter of fact, verse 5. For when we were coming to Macedonia, our flesh had no rest, but we were troubled on every side. Without were fightings, within were fears. Nevertheless, the Most High that comforted those that are cast down, comforted us by the coming of Titus. Hey, Titus was comforting brothers, man. Verse 7. And not by his coming only, but by the consolation wherewith he was comforted in you, when he told us your earnest desire, your mourning, your fervent mind toward me, so that I rejoice the more. So, you know, when a brother comforts you, you know, hey, you start to rejoice, man. That brother can fix your spirit through the Spirit, you know, breaking bread together.
God.
You know,
Sometimes just having a brother around, man, that help lift up your spirit.
mm-hmm.
Okay, because Paul said that he was cast down, man. How there was fears and fightings and, you know, all kind of trouble on every side. They had no rest, man. But the Lord, you know, had Titus come to them in the midst of all that, and that's what helped give them peace of mind, man.
Right.
Okay, so brothers catching hell, you see a brother catching all kind of hell, call the brother, check up on a brother. Okay, go see the brother if you can. All right, go break bread, go fellowship. All right, lend an ear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's your thought.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 25. Yet I suppose it necessary to send to you Epaphroditus, my brother and companion in labor and fellow soldier, but your messenger, that, and it says, and he that ministered to my wants. For he longed after you all, and was full of heaviness, because that ye had heard that he had been sick. For indeed he was sick nigh unto death. But the Most High had mercy on him, and not on him only, but on me also, lest I should have sorrow upon sorrow. Because Paul, you know, he loved Epaphroditus, man. And Epaphroditus was sick unto death, man. But what was Epaphroditus doing? Still pushing the gospel. Still being a soldier for Yahushua Mashiach, man. And he was sick nigh to death, man. And it says, verse 28, I sent him therefore the more carefully, that when you see him again, you may rejoice. That's right. And when we see brothers, man, we rejoice, man. We can't wait to see brothers, man. You know, and it says, and that I may be the less sorrowful. Receive him therefore in the Lord with all gladness, and hold such a reputation, because for the work of Yahushua he was not to death, not regarding his life to supply your lack of service toward me. And Epaphroditus was in the mindset of what? Laying down his life for his brother, man. That's the mindset we need to be in, is to what? To lay down our lives for our brother, man.
That's right. That's right. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's another beautiful precept.
I believe Epaphroditus means lovely. I believe it means lovely.
Matter of fact, I want to look that up because I know Aphrodite is a goddess of love.
Okay.
So, if I'm correct, it has something to do with love. That's has some link to the meaning of his name. Okay. That's in Philippians chapter
Chapter 2, verse 25.
verse 25. Khan, Epaphroditus, lovely, and associate with Paul in the ministry. Khan, that's what his name means, lovely.
Khan.
Khan, Epa. Let's see. I'm trying to find that scripture. Tenderhearted.
Tenderhearted. Okay.
Yeah, Ephesians 4. Khan, it has to be more too far. Ephesians 2 and verse 31, it says, Ephesians 4 and 31, it says, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from among you with all malice. Okay, so all that bitterness towards brothers, all right, raging against brothers, anger, clamor, all right, gossip, bullshit, malice, be put away from among the Akim, man. Stop it, man. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Okay, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as Most High, for Hamashiach's sake, hath forgiven you. Okay, so you're supposed to be tender-hearted towards Akim. All right, you're supposed to have true, sincere, tender love for the brothers, man. Okay, you're supposed to forgive brothers, man, the same way Most High forgave us through Yahushua. All right, we're supposed to have that same spirit towards brothers. You know,
It's Colossians chapter 3, verse 7. In the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them, but now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, saying that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. All right, so we gotta, when we come into this brotherhood, we gotta put off our old man and put on a new man that's being renewed day by day through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua. Put off clamor, anger, malice. Don't bring it to the brotherhood, man.
Can I keep reading? There's more.
Verse 10. And have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. But there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Hamashiach is all and in all. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahushua Mashiach forgave you, so also do ye. And above all these things put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. It says what? You want to break down?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That says it all. That covers everything. Love the brothers, forgive the brothers. All right, show humility towards the brothers. Show humility, period. Okay, and be united in spirit, man. Be one body. Forbear one another. Wink. Sometimes you gotta wink at something brother might do or say. You know, it might rub you wrong, but you just gotta ignore that shit, bro. You gotta let that shit go instead of holding on to it. You know? So, hey, Lord willing, you know, this video was edifying. I believe brothers put some scriptures on the comment board, so let's go check those out. Gotta go check those out, man. I know brothers put some good precepts on the comment board. Zechariah, GMS Zechariah Faith, Shalom Zechariah. It says in Hebrews 10 and 24, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Okay, so you gotta exhort brothers, man, to continue to do righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Okay, continue to do good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. Okay, so fellowshipping, all right, being in fellowship with the Akim, exhorting one another, all right, pushing these shows, you got really the more and more that the day of the Lord comes, all right, closer and closer, man, all right, and we see Jacob's trouble coming, we see these prophecies coming to pass, the more and more we're supposed to be around each other. Like, we're supposed to be going tighter and tighter and tighter, man, in the spirit. Okay? The scriptures talk about how the Lord's going to build up the walls of Jerusalem. He's going to close up the breaches thereof. All right, so that spirit of division, man, all right, it's not the spirit, man. That's not the spirit to really be in, man. Okay? That petty shit, you got to put that shit aside. All right? You got to put that shit aside, man, because the Lord is not pleased with that. Okay? Hey, so... Lord willing, this video is edifying. With that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
and double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone. Citations to all I came out there preaching the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash,